This is Over a Drink. I'm Irize. Mike was here last week with our girl Spanish Fly. Mike can't never make it to his own show though. I just literally texted him like, I forgot to text you as a formality to see if you were coming, LOL. And he texts back, it's cool, I'm at the dentist. So shout out to Mike for keeping his hygiene together because we know people don't keep their hygiene together in the mouth. Actually, or maybe you don't know, the mouth the mouth tells a lot about what's going on with the body. So, as always, instead of Mike, I got my brother with me, Jay.
Good afternoon. What's happening in the world? What's going on, world?
So, yeah. Oh, wait, let me tag my auntie. So, yeah, speaking of what's going on, how was your weekend, brother? I haven't seen you in a minute. I've been away. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, the weekend was lovely. I actually spent the weekend with the babies out the beach, man. Had a good time with the family out the beach.
Yes.
Shout
out to Uncle Jay for being good, Uncle Jay, because
we had a ball. It was fun, man. I was mad to see them go. They went home. Most of them went home today. I'm mad to see them go.
Yeah, I was talking to Marva one day. She was like, "Cause Uncle Jay don't play." I'm like, "Out of the blue, like what you do?" That you got Uncle Jay on your mind out of the blue. You like Uncle Jay don't play.
Don't
like,
get it twisted. Marva be running me around. She be bossing me around, telling me what to do. But yeah, it was amazing. I had a good weekend with them at the beach, and then we saw a movie. Saw Oppenheimer.
I know I want to see that. Was it good?
Yeah, it was
everything
good.
I think I was going to be.
It made me want to actually dig a little deeper into seeing the background, like how everything happened, because it seemed like it was a lot left that wasn't probably explained in the whole movie. It was a lot going on, but it was definitely it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
So I've been traveling a little bit. I actually
a lot of it.
You and my daughter are the only two people.
Where you in America or where you at?
You and my daughter are the only two people that I brought something back for.
Okay.
So I was rushing, so I forgot to bring them, but I got you a little box of Cuban cigars, like individual Cubans.
Away to my heart.
So I'm
my lungs.
I'm gonna drop them off, or I'm gonna give them to my mom when she come down to drop me off. Take them to you.
That sounds like
because you and my daughter, the only two people I brought anything back. So
yeah, your daughter was just out too. We going on a walk, chilling.
So I went to Playa del Carmen with the girlfriends for a girls trip. We really was going for my homie Cam. Shout out to Cam, celebrating his 50th birthday.
What's up? Happy belated.
So we stayed in Playa del Carmen just because we had been to Cancun. We kind of was like getting a little older. We don't need to keep running to Cancun. And something your wife, my sister, said to me struck me when we was there. She said, "I don't like Mexico beaches." Now, granted, we haven't been to every beach in Mexico,
right.
But where we were, there was so much seaweed, we had to go to the resort next door if we wanted to get clean water. And I went over there for a massage. That was about it because, they had pools. So at this point, I'm like, I don't even need the water. I just needed the beach for the serenity and the peace. But it was cool. We went to Playa del Carmen.
What you do out there? Anything you do that stand up?
Rest, relax. Got extorted by the Cancun police.
Explain, please explain.
So, if anybody's been watching TV lately, watching the news, you kind of know.
Oh, yes, right.
Mexico, they big on that extortion, but right, cartels run everything. The cartels even run the cops, and since the cartels run the cops and the cops' hands is tied, cops be trying to extort motherfuckers for breaking the law. We literally had a conversation about this before we spent $70 on a taxi to go to Cancun Beach to meet my homie who never came out for his birthday. $70 on a taxi. Let's start there. So we chilling. We trying to figure out what we're going to do. We sizing up the clubs and the bars. We sit on the bench at a bus stop. Now, I will say one girlfriend said we should walk, y'all, because we shouldn't just be seated smoking. You're right. But at the same time, as we're walking, trucks is riding by with the fucking National Guard, Guardia Nacional, and El Policia. And they super strapped. We from the hood. Our cops carry fucking handguns. These motherfuckers look like they ready to go to war. What? So, I watch too much TV. I done seen a couple episodes of Locked Up Abroad. I'm not fucking with these niggas, okay? I enjoy my freedoms. I talk shit about this country, but God bless America and no place else. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I am well protected by my American, and I know that to a sense, but I also know complexion. I ain't got the right complexion for the protection.
Oh man, I
so
think they get me too. They got me. I was not like they got you. But.
So we sit after we're done. We get up to start walking because my one girlfriend said, "Here come the cops." So everybody get up and start to scatter. Not me. I'm just sitting here because whatever about to happen, about to happen. She ain't about to chase 4 of us. That's for sure. And I ain't about to run. So she tells them, "Come back over here." So she's telling us. She goes, "Escúchame. If you listen to me, everything will be okay. So what you are doing, you can do that on your resort, but here, no, you can't do it. It's a big fine. I take you downtown to the station, $400 per person US. It's 4 of us. Damn. $1,600. So I'm like, all right, we're going to have to go to the station and pay $1,600. However, if you pay me right here, hey, listen to me." I kid you not. She sounded Nigerian. She sounded Mexican. At this time, the first thing I thought is, we being extorted, so I don't say nothing. Because now she's trying to talk broken English, broken Spanish. So now she gets on not her microphone, not her walkie, her cell phone. So my girlfriend Stacy pulls out her phone. I'm already on my phone because I'm like looking at money and shit like, here the fuck we go. How I'm going to explain this, but I'm not trying to explain it. So let me just figure out how we about to pay this. Stacy, she must have thought she was going to take her picture. No, don't use your phone. Don't use your camera. Now I know we being extorted because you telling me we on the camera up there. We already caught with facial recognition. Number one, what is they recognizing my face for? I'm not a known criminal, much less a known criminal in Mexico. So I don't care what face you think you recognize it. That don't mean shit to me. And if it was facial recognition and the shit was that serious, a bunch of cops would be here already ready to take us down. My one girlfriend was like, "I'm about to hit this bitch." I was like, yo, let's keep Philly in Philly because I'm telling you, I watch Locked Up Abroad.
Oh, man.
I watch Locked Up Abroad, and I'm not trying to do that big with rats and fucking bitches that look like men that might be men. I don't fucking know. I'm not doing it. So she starts talking on her phone in Spanish. So as she's talking, I'm translating to my friends. I'm not really paying attention to what she's saying, but I'm translating. So they're hearing in English what she's saying. Basically, she's calling whoever on the phone. She definitely was a cop. She had her uniform on. She had her vest on. She held all the straps. But she was calling somebody else that they was working with, we just assume. And this is how they extort tourists and make their money. Because now she's trying to tell us for $400 a person on the spot, we can go. Nah, sis.
$400 a person on the spot?
You're not getting $1,600 out of this group of chicks. So then she goes, so as I'm translating to them, Stacy was like, she ain't on the phone with nobody. She really ready to go with this chick. Her and, shout out to my girlfriends because they be TTG for sure. So she goes, wait a minute. Excuse me. You understand? You entiende? Entiende? I'm like, yes. I start speaking Spanish to her. Like, yes, I understand Spanish. I speak Spanish.
Bilingual. Yeah,
you know? Yeah. So now she goes, oh. Now she want to negotiate. She said $300 in my mind real quick. That's $75 a person. I'll be right back. I'm going to the ATM. So we all go to dip. She like, nah, one of y'all go. I'm already walking away. So here's how you know I'm a loyal friend and I love my girlfriends. I could have left.
You could have.
If they was 4 bitches I just met, I would have left. What? Shout out to hope y'all figure out to get the fuck out of here. I'm already in the Uber halfway back to Playa del Carmen while y'all trying to figure that shit out. Because I'm not paying her nothing.
You'd have been like, yeah, they let the wrong one go. Let the wrong one go.
I'm sure all my friends was like, shit, they let the wrong one go. But they know, my friends know my loyalty. They know I would never do that. So I definitely, I'm doing all this talking. I didn't even pour my drink.
Pour up.
They know I would come back. So I go to the ATM. I come back. Now she talk about some $400 because she realized that she got less than $100 per person. Whoever she was on the phone with, she got to break down. Well, guess what, sis? You just got, because take this $300. You lucky. I almost gave her like $240 because I was like, I ain't playing with this bitch no more. And that was that. So
that's a nice little. That's a $300 is a nice little extort, John.
Yeah,
one car. You know what I mean? One car extort, John. You know, you know.
So outside of that, I had a great time in Mexico.
Besides getting your rights violated.
You know, so yeah, right. We at this other spot, and the boy is telling us, he like, yo, the cartels. We at the ATV joint. He like, the cartels run the police. So if you would have told her you got the weed from the beach, she would have probably left it alone because the cartels killed the police. I'm sitting here like, I don't want to deal with none of that.
I don't know the rules well enough.
Right. So like Missy said, next time we go somewhere, we need to know the fucking rules because that was the only problem we had. That shit would have happened in the U.S. Shit would have went down like that. You know, I know all the marijuana laws and damn near all 50 states.
Every state.
You know, I'm not going down for this, sir. Write me my little $65 ticket to have a nice fucking day. So that was Mexico. I left Mexico to join my bestie Laia in Napa for the Blue Note Jazz Festival. That shit was amazing. That was flying non-rev is interesting. Like I tell everybody, I took my job so I could fly for free. But when you're flying to a popular destination, it don't always work out the way you want. Yeah. So she told me, meet her in San Francisco. Had I known it was just Oakland, I could have gotten there earlier, but I flew into San Jose, got there about 10 o'clock at night, took the public transportation and met up with my best friend at 11. I really passed fucking Fruitvale Station and all that shit. I was on the fucking BART. Yes, with a fucking dope fiend that broke out crying and then got straight and said, if any of you motherfuckers say I'm crying about some money, use a motherfucking lie and I'll cut you right now. I said, oh shit. My problem was
shit be happening where I'm from.
I wasn't phased outside of the fact that I'm sitting in a chair that faces this way. I think it was. He's behind me.
No,
but it's two other people facing me, and we giving each other the eye. Like we all like, do I need to move? Like, should I move? If I move, is it gonna set him off? Because he said something about, yeah, you bitch, you jealous man. I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? I hope not me. I don't know this nigga. This nigga was like a gray complexion. Like he was dark skinned and that ashy. Damn. So like, I was trying not to look him in the eye. Like, he was cool. You know, crazy people talk to themselves. But then when he broke out crying, like really sobbing and then straightened up, that shit was some Jack Nicholson level performance. Like, I was like, I don't like the fact that this nigga's behind me.
No, that's
Had a great time. Stopped at a bar in Oakland. Met this Asian dude named Jeff.
Okay.
Who bought us all these drinks. Great. He's in the real estate.
That's what's up.
It was a good time. Got to see family at Napa. It was very exciting. Had a good time. Broke my phone in Mexico, so had a phone shipped to Napa. Got it Friday morning at 10:16 at the resort. The resort gave it to me at 8 o'clock. So yes, wow. I missed all the performances Friday night, but
you know, you got probably a reservoir of information like that. Like you do so much traveling and all this stuff and go, you know, anything can happen while you traveling and all this. Can I do this? Can I do that? It's like you got having the ins and outs of all that.
It's not even in and out. Somebody said that they was like we
always call you and be like, yo, can we get away with this? Can we get away with that?
It's not even about get away. I knew I was going to be at this particular destination at some point in time. I know it's a hotel and resort, so they have a concierge, they have a front desk, they take packages. So when T-Mobile said you need to change the address, I'm gonna be at this address because I'm on vacation. And when I got to the resort, they were a little bit confused. I used to work at a hotel, so usually if a package comes in and it's not for the hotel or somebody who works at the hotel, first thing we do is go to the guest register to see who is registered under that name or who will be registered under that name soon, and we hold the package for that person. So I figured they would go to the register, see my black ass ain't registered to stay there, and just hold the package knowing that there is an event being held here. Lots of people might get shit shipped here because they know they're going to be here for hours at a time. Really nice event, really racist mindset in Napa for some people because
why you say that?
The really ritzy titsy club that it was held at, the concierge was telling me that the members were leaving. Some members left premises because it's a jazz festival and they're not playing jazz, and we don't want to deal with that. But you know, that was 2 weeks ago. That was cool.
Come on now.
Came back. You know what was cool? You know what was cool? So remember back in April, y'all, I was fanboying over Drizzy. And I kept saying, like, I was going to buy a ticket, and then I almost threw up in my mouth at the cost of the price of the ticket, but I bought that fucking ticket. Best money I ever spent on something outside of my fucking car note.
Did he get hit with anything while he was on stage?
A lot of bras. A lot of people throw a lot of bras. Some bitch threw some condoms with a phone number on it. He was like, ew, y'all nasty, Philly. He's like, let me tell you something. Girls from Philly is... Y'all wild. She threw a pack of magnums with her phone number on it. Yeah, it was a lot of bras on stage, but you know, the pit was the pit. You know how people be in the pit, and it was crowded, and I'm sure it was nice. I'm too old for that. So the pit cost the same as much as my seat. So I sat in my seat, met some very nice people, all in their 20s, of course. It's like hanging out with mom. But it was a good time. He did all the hits.
The whole 19,000. How many people you think? Well, for concerts, is it a little less than 19 or something like that? Like, because 26 for basketball game, I think.
Right. Well, he said it was not. They sold out both nights.
Oh, they did. Okay.
I sold my ticket and didn't even know. I put my shit on StubHub at a ridiculous price, and my friend Anya, shout out to her. She was like, "Did your ticket ever sell?" I was like, "I don't know." I logged in and was like, "Oh, yep, July 14th." I didn't even know. StubHub, they pay you 5 to 8 days after the event because they want to make sure that nothing happened with the ticket to the person who bought it. So, shout out to Trey who bought my ticket.
Yeah.
So, if you listening, Yaya, I told her when I bought my ticket what section I bought it in, what row I bought it in, dope ass section. She was like, "No, I'm gonna just buy 2, boss, and you can just come sit with me and we sell your 1 ticket." I said, "No, just buy 1 ticket in my section. We gonna rock out together at my seat." I'm telling you. We were in the dope ass section. We were in 123. My ticket was in 124. Drake walked off the stage, down into the pit, right across 124.
Oh, wow.
My ticket was row 124, row 1, in seat 14. He was up here, around here, to his other stage at the end, where the DJ was and where Lil Yachty was, where he then sang and performed a medley of his dance hits, or what I like to call the H&M greatest hits, all his dance songs, and proceeded to tell the entire Wells Fargo Center that this is a party to dance. And motherfuckers was doing the salsa and the fucking rumba, and motherfuckers were dancing in the Wells Fargo Center while he sat down singing.
That's crazy.
Or giving his best effort to, since some people be hating on Champagne Poppies.
Now, overall performance, though, like, what would you give it, like, overall?
Overall performance.
Now, take away your biasness of you actually.
No, I'm definitely going to take away my bias. No,
your bias.
I'm definitely going to take away my bias.
Game like that?
His performance game is like that, but this show wasn't that.
Okay.
This show was visually like that, the way his performance game is, for sure.
He puts a lot of thought into, like, what goes in.
So I don't know if it's the 35 or the amount of shows that he set himself up to do. But just like anybody as they get older, you don't got that energy to be running all over like that. He did some jogging. Like, he made use of the stage.
Some fast walking.
He had 1, 2. He actually had 3 stages. So he made use of all 3 stages and he moved around. But it wasn't like the intensity of Scorpion.
Right.
I remember that show.
Oh,
it definitely wasn't the intensity of Drake versus Lil Wayne in 07. Like, but it visually, like, he had, like, I don't know why he had all these balloons. Like, he did Child's Play and these little sperm is swimming around, and I'm just like, what the fuck? He did the show with him and Wayne, and he has the spaceship come down to represent Lil Wayne. So I can only assume, like, if he ever did that in LA where Wayne lives, or somewhere where Wayne's gonna be, I'm sure that would be a great manifestation of that visual. So visually, it definitely was a pretty stunning show. The songs was on point, because when I tell you it's all a blur, and he did like everything. The blur of his song. The only thing he did
it go fast?
It did go. That was a fast 3 hours, yo. Like,
how long was he on stage himself? USA.
An hour and 40.
That's nice.
Close to 2.
That's nice.
Because
that's
Savage was on.
That's
for
good money right there. I'm surprised. I thought Drake would have came on for like 35 minutes.
Oh, fuck no. I wish the fuck I would pay that kind of money for a 35-minute show.
It's like the 30th show. I ain't working that hard.
Beef with him. Salute. I would over a drink. Have beef with him. But
hour 45 is dope. That's dope. That's some time.
Visually stunning, definitely performance-wise. He gave what he needed to give.
Now, how was 21? How was 21?
So
21.
I'm a Savage fan.
I am too.
There was a great portion of the audience that was a Savage fan, and a great portion of the audience that was there for Drake, and all they know are the Drake and Savage songs. So he came out doing one of his oldest songs. Like, it was funny because she was like, "Okay, boss, you really fuck with Savage." I was like, "This is my shit." Like, yes. Like, he did some old shit. He did a blur of his songs too. And then I went to grab something to eat real quick because the concession was outside our section, and I had to come back because he was doing all my shit. He did Ex Girl. Was doing all my favorite shit. So his performance set with Drake was dope. Like they kind of really gave each other high fives and pats on the back, and much of just like cheering each other on and making sure the performance was what it needed. Good chemistry.
You can tell they actually fuck with each other.
For sure. Which is for sure.
You'd be surprised. People be on tour. They can't stand each fucking.
I think a lot of people who either don't pay attention to Savage or just weren't aware of the show were surprised that he came out to R&B. He came out to Fantasia When I See You. Like, soon as I heard that, I knew. And I was looking around to see what section he was coming from because they both came down through the audience. I think that was dope because that means they were on the concourse at some point, and whoever was on the concourse probably got an opportunity to have access as much as the people coming down, like sitting in those rows. I think that was really dope. There was a lot of fan engagement. It was a dope show. Lil Yachty opened. I didn't even know. Philly got some Lil Yachty fans.
Oh yeah, Lil Yachty, my guy.
Lil Boat rocked that shit, and they knew the words to all the songs. I knew the words to the hits.
Yeah, I know.
They knew the words to the B-sides.
I like Yachty. He got some good Jones.
Yeah, so it was a dope show.
Yeah, it sounds like it was dope, man. It sounded like you enjoyed yourself. And,
I did. I enjoyed myself.
It
was money well spent. I was walking to my seats like, y'all gotta see what I paid for. My kids ain't eat for a month. Y'all gotta see this shit. Like
whatever it takes to see.
Whatever it takes to see Drizzy. And you know I fed them kids. I get food stamps. Like they definitely ate. You seen my son?
Yeah, I know they ain't missing the meal.
So on my way here, so we about to get into the news. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
You heard about all the crashes SEPTA been having, right?
Yes.
5 in July alone. And whenever they say 5 last month, it tickles me because it sounds like, oh, that's about 1 a week. No, it was 4 in 1 week and 1 the week before. So that's really odd. So yesterday morning, about 6:25, SEPTA trolley was involved in an accident. Comes out today that the driver of the car that ran the red light and hit the trolley, knocking it off its track, was a 31-year-old Brianna. I ain't gonna put her whole name out there. You can find that on the news. But Brianna crashed into the trolley, knocked it off the track. She was DUI, and she also worked for SEPTA.
Damn. So how that happened?
They didn't. I don't know if she was coming from work, or on her way to work, or just having a night out, coming from a night out at 6 in the morning.
I've done that, man.
But either way, it came out that she worked for SEPTA. It was on Chester Ave, close to 52nd Street. The trolley depot ain't far, like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't want to speculate on what the situation is. It is being prosecuted by the Special Investigation Unit since it was a SEPTA vehicle and a SEPTA employee. So they have the Special Investigation Unit, which is a team of prosecutors, investigators, and support staff, and they actively prosecute against government officials, public servants, law enforcement accused of misconduct.
Wow. So
since SEPTA is the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transit Authority, that's government. So, you know, she's a public service person because she drives the SEPTA. Or works for SEPTA. They didn't say she drives. They just said she worked for SEPTA.
It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on lately. Even like on SEPTA, even before that, you know, it was people bringing out guns, shooting at. A couple months ago, was a bus driver. I think he brought out his gun, started shooting back at a guy that was trying to rob on the bus. We might have talked about it before.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
I saw that, and I think they said that he wasn't going to be charged, but it is like a violation. Like, he's not supposed to bring your strap to work. But I'm sorry, I can't bring my strap to work because I work at the airport.
No, yeah, I understand.
You can't go nowhere in the airport without having to go through a metal detector.
And it's just crazy now because everybody seemed like when they got that money a couple years ago, everybody went and bought a gun and whatever else. They bought guns.
They bought cars because the brand new used cars, all them fucking paper tags was all through the city.
Yeah, there's guns. There's so many guns out here. It's just.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to get into. Speaking of guns, so a couple weeks ago, a guy in South Philly, I think he was 50 years old, was carjacked. Well, he was trying to prevent his car from being jacked by his friend was in the car. He was trying to prevent it from being jacked. He ended up being shot and killed. There was a 15-year-old on the run for the murder. They caught him today as I was coming up here.
Baby, man.
They caught him in Camden, New Jersey. I'm not saying go on the run, But nigga,
What you doing
go on the motherfucking run. Like, if you can't afford to go on the run, don't do it. And I don't mean don't go on a run. Don't do no dumb shit that's going to make you have to go the fuck on a run. Because that means you can't afford to defend yourself. You can't afford to explain why you did the dumb shit in the first place. They caught his ass in Camden. I'm mad it took this long. Camden. Right across the bridge. He had a haircut, though, so maybe that was part of it. So, little baby, like you said, 15.
15 years old babies, man. They out here, man.
They out here ruining their lives. A 17-year-old boy is wanted for murder. They know who he is for shooting a 19-year-old in the head just yesterday, or was it earlier today, in the 6600 block of Bustleton Avenue because they had an argument at the Wawa. I don't know what the fuck in the Hoagie Rewards you was arguing about, but to then carjack somebody, go looking for this dude, and get out of the car and shoot him in the head, and he died. He 19, he's dead. You 17, they know who you are. You on the run. Your ass about to be caught in Bristol somewhere. Cause, like, where? Cause you can't afford to really go on the run. So why is you even doing dumb shit?
Yeah, it's sad, man. People be like they be one little thing away from just snapping, man. Sometimes, you know.
Oh, nigga, I'm one away. That's why I came in here today. They was like, "You got bottles." I was like,
on me from snapping, like, you
listen,
know, feather drop.
I'm the wind to blow the wrong fucking way. Away from snapping.
I understand that the craziness life can seem a lot, you know, at times life can seem a lot, but we got babies to raise, you know what I mean? We got kids that's going to inherit this thing. So, you know, you just want to do the best to give them something good,
Look at the bullshit
man.
we leaving our kids.
Yeah, give them something good when they take over, man. We done fucked up a lot of stuff in the past, but, you know, give them something good when they take over this shit, you know?
Well, speaking of the babies that we got leaving in charge, there were 5 teens shot at the Sturgis Playground near 2nd and 65th Avenue, 11 o'clock last night. There were 18 spent shell casings found. Half were in the park and half were on 2nd Street. So the police said that indicates that the shooter or shooters were moving and a lot of running took place. So the victims were an 18-year-old male, 2 17-year-old males, 1 16-year-old male, and 1 16-year-old female. So you can't really argue about the 11 o'clock at night. School ain't start yet. At least the 18 and 17-year-olds. I could understand them being outside to a degree. It was just 11. I think that's just the curfew. So yeah.
It's a tough one because, like, some kids, man, like 11 in the summertime, like especially right now, camps is coming to an end for the most part. So it's that little gap between going back to school for a lot of kids and that gap of getting out of camp, and they may be bored, or if the kids are just not in camp or anything like that. And they're just gonna just leave more, you know, if they ain't busy, they find things to get their hands into. So you just gotta try to just put something to avoid that. Something good in place, you know, some kind of, I don't know, job, assignment.
Yeah, they have job programs,
money, but you know,
the problem is they have job programs for resources that are otherwise inaccessible for whatever reason. So they've been taking a lot of trades out of schools.
Right.
So we're limited in our trade schools. But you want to offer me a job in this particular trade if I have experience or interest. But how am I going to develop the experience and interest if I don't have it presented to me on the fundamental educational level as it has been before? Kids don't even have gym no more. Like, the gym uniform be your t-shirt and your school pants. So you're not really doing any real quality physical education if you're able to do it in a t-shirt and the pants that you wear to school. Like, you don't have a gym uniform. I remember we had to change because we fucking worked.
You worked and ran. You were sweaty and, you know.
I went to private school. It was mandatory that we played a sport every season. Not mandatory that we joined the team, but our gym was like, okay, in the winter we had field hockey and basketball. In the fall, we had field hockey and soccer. In the winter we had basketball. We didn't have football. We had basketball and wrestling. In the spring we had softball, baseball, tennis, like swimming. There was no you're not gonna learn how to play a sport. Like,
it was mandatory.
I literally learned how to swim because the school that I went to offered it as a part of the curriculum.
See, it was a little different. I was just trying to stay alive, so I got into stuff at school to keep me away from the block.
From the block, right?
Like,
you know,
cause I went home, it was just dark.
Well, yeah, we live from two different sides of North Philly.
It's a dark world.
Still North with an F.
So like, yeah, North
with an F.
But yeah, so it, like that got me into sports and like really helped me to like, cause you need to deviate. Sometimes you gotta give yourself something that you're really interested in that'll help you to to leave all that other stuff that you're not really don't do nothing for you behind. You gather interest and you gain perspective. I don't know, doing different things, and I think that's like even to this day. Like a couple years ago, like I told you, my wife was a big tennis nut, and I've been learning tennis. Like, and I love that. Like, and it's the sport. It's with like the work ethic. It's the everything that comes with it.
It's a good physical tennis and swimming. Good all over body exercise.
Yeah.
It's very aerobic. You're moving a lot. Get all the joints working, hands, knees, ankles, feet. So
and all that to say, like you were saying, parents need to this was like schools not teaching our kids, but we might need to take a little message and start taking that break between. Like,
I definitely every time I say parents need to be parents,
plan something and try to educate your kid on something you really know about. So, like I know about trucks, maybe from driving trucks and nursing and things like that. You take that time if your kids might be busy something you do for a living or did or had experience.
That's why I tap into my resources, because I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't be feeling like being a parent, so that's why I sent her to camp and vocal lessons and acting lessons, because these are the things we have a common interest in and we can share. We can go to the events and all that, but I can't teach you that. I mean, even if I could, I don't want to. I don't have the patience. I want to be out hustling, grinding. You can be here doing that. So you're right. It's about presenting our children with those opportunities and about not telling them they are white opportunities.
Right. Because they can be great at anything. That don't make you a color,
98% of that shit came from us anyway. So
how about that?
We are and in the case of these 5 teens that were shot at Sturgis, though, it's unclear if the victims were the shooters or are the shooters or were shooting back. But there were 102 juveniles shot this year between January 1st and August 3rd. 97 boys, 15 girls, and it's 15% fewer than the 132 that were shot by August 3rd in 2022. So the numbers are going down unless somebody just
the overall numbers are up though, right?
But the overall numbers are up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so it's tough, man. It's tough. You got a lot of people in this city, and sometimes we don't always respond the right way to how we should. We just gotta take a breath before you do something to change your life, man.
We need to put athletics and shit back in the schools, big time.
Man.
And parents need to just need to know and understand there are resources out there, because there's a lot of rec centers. There's a lot of rec centers that are currently open that kids just aren't going to because they're unaware or their parents don't know or they're just fucking scared because the neighborhood got some dumb goofy shit going on. But there's a lot of free resources in the city. If you Google 10 best activities to do with children, like a lot of dope shit came up, like free in the Philadelphia area. It's not all in the city.
If you go to the Phila.gov website, I believe too,
Phila.gov.
It's like they got museums. They let you know there's certain days you can go to the museum for free.
If you like it's access cards, you the shit $2.50. Even like those bikes.
It's a lot of stuff you can do with your kid. Like they try a certain program. They trying to make it so. But so we just gotta take advantage of the little things that we can, and we work on the things we having struggles with, So
what Philadelphians never have a problem with taking advantage in?
What's that?
Going to see the Eagles practice for free.
Bird Gang. It's always football season.
Yes,
it's always football season.
50,000 fans.
Let's get it twisted.
Descended upon the link. Always not even preseason game.
Because it's always football season.
Practice.
It's all a practice.
50,000, and I ain't gonna say 50,000 Bird fans, because the funny thing is there were some. This is the first time, like when it's at NovaCare, they don't allow fans of other teams to come watch them practice. So since it was in the link, they allow fans of other teams to come, and what that meant,
they hate us.
What that meant is they don't allow you to come represent your team. So I saw a lot of videos of a Giants fan who was videotaping, and he got booed, and he was videotaping that. I saw some videos of a Cowboy fan who was seated on like the southeast side. They just kept booing him.
Yeah, that's what they
ridiculously. You know how Philly is.
Cowboys fans are.
Saw a little soundbite. Nick Sirianni was talking about how, of course, Philadelphia has the greatest sports fans in the nation.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I agree.
That's a true fact.
Every fucking
sport. That's a fact.
I've been to the fucking Union game I've been to a Flyers game.
We stand up.
Phillies game.
We educated.
Sixers
We educated
game,
fans. We stand up.
Worked
man.
too many Eagles games.
It's cold as hell in this city.
And
we
had to stay way
teams.
late with too many police reports to know. Like, yes.
There's always
fucking Wings, the Philadelphia Wings. I've been to those games. Yo, Philly fans in every fucking sport. Don't get it twisted.
And speaking
Best,
of
hands down.
And speaking of the Eagles, because you were just talking about them.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about them.
They just had that open practice. You said it was 50,000.
50,000.
And like I just look at the growth. I was looking at the growth of like some of the
players,
like individual.
Players.
Yo, Devontae Smith.
Okay.
I promise you, this young boy is a stud. I promise you everything. This boy, he is special. Don't get me wrong, AJ. I love AJ. That's dude. He's strong. He big. You know, I mean. But that footwork that young boy got, I mean, if he can keep that footwork. Did you watch the practice?
I know you weren't there, but did you watch the practice?
Oh yeah, I watched. I streamed. It was streaming, so right. I saw some of it. I didn't see the whole thing because it's hard to watch the whole thing. But yeah, I was streaming, so I saw a lot of it.
Yeah, so I know 4 players were sidelined. The cornerback James Bradbury with a groin injury, the wide receiver Deion Kane, linebacker Nakobe Dean, and linebacker Patrick Johnson all got ankle issues, so they didn't practice. But they said that I didn't watch the shit at all. I'll watch preseason, but I'm not about to watch the practice. I ain't about to watch the Eagles practice. I ain't about to talk about my whack ass team. But
yeah, let's
we
not
be
do
all right.
that.
So anyway,
we feeling good up here.
You're right, we feeling good. Hurt started the first period with the trio of completions to AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Goddard. I love saying his name.
Oh my God, got her. That's my God.
I like saying it like that. Dallas Goddard. I like saying it all fancy.
That's my guy right there.
But so
stud.
That's what I was gonna ask you. How was they looking?
Birds is looking good. AJ looks strong. Devontae, honestly, he looks quicker, and that's scary. I just like his footwork is something to behold, man. And like they know it now. Like too, they just went last year. I feel like they a little bit more okay. We last year we believed it. We thought
they special.
Yeah, they are special. Last year seemed like okay, we good. We gonna get there. This year seemed like they just know who they are. Like, and they just know what they can do, and they are expecting to do great things.
So
I see that in the way they approach it.
Do you have a record prediction or like?
I honestly think we probably go like 14 and probably. Like 14 and like 3, something like that, or 13 and 3, and I think we're gonna give away like 2 or 3 games just because of like resting people and situational things. And I think we're gonna be the number 1 seed coming out the NFC. I think we'll get a bye week, first week. I think we just have too many things to hurt you with, and it's just
so if you're giving up 3,
and we got better.
If you're giving up 3
the
losses,
draft was better. We got
If you're giving up 3 losses, what teams do you see y'all willing to pass off an L to or legitimately having to be in the fight?
I don't got the schedule right in front of me, but I see like 1 or 2 of those losses just coming as we got to rest guys, get guys ready for the the playoffs kind of thing.
So no matter who it is,
yeah, because they may start off like I think they got. It's hard to start off as high as they were last year because they was like then they undefeated after like 8 games. But I think they're gonna have like a good maybe go 6 and the first 8 games, first half of the season. I think they probably go about 6-2, 6-7-1. It's just too much weapons that they have, and they believe. Belief is a dangerous thing. When a person who has it believes he has it, it just changes things. Because a lot of times, like,
because what you believe is what you know.
Yeah, so if you believe in yourself and you believe in your craft and you dedicate yourself, you're going to have success. And, like, everybody don't get to that point, but they are there. And I just believe they're going to put up a run. They might not win it all, but they're going to put up a run, a big, strong run. I see them going at least to the title game, NFC title game, at least, minimum. Minimum.
So if they don't meet your expectations, what do you think would be the reason behind that?
Wow, I don't think the offense is going to be a problem. I was a little concerned with the defense last year because we didn't put pressure in the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the year, and we didn't have no pressure on the quarterback like we should have. In all other games. So that's what I'm worried about. But I think because we did that last year, we had that experience, I think we're going to grow from it. I think that's something that they're not gonna allow to happen again. They're gonna be consciously aware of. So I think they're looking for that kind of thing now to show that they can get over that hump. Because these guys, man, they train hard. They work on their craft, man. They watch film. They know what people are saying. And this is a sports town, so we dedicated.
Sports town for sure. Yeah, that's the other thing Sirianni was talking about. How one thing is Philly players stand by their players, if anything, and they stand by their teams, win, lose, or fucking draw. Like they'll cuss you out and be mad as shit, but you can't say nothing bad about Philly. Like only the Philly. It's like everybody's a coach in this town. Yeah, everybody's a fucking coach.
Everybody a coach in Philly
or a player. So I see you rocking your Phillies jersey. Yeah, did you peep how the entire stadium was rallying behind what's our man's name? He finally got the fucking hit.
Yeah. and he got a home run last night too.
Right.
That was last night. The night before last had a home run too. I need talking about used to lead off for us. He just signed this year. Right I can't
blame it on the tequila. But
yeah, blame it on the tequila. But no, he actually been hitting. He's it's our shortstop.
There you go.
Yeah, because it depends. They switch them out sometimes.
The fans, I was watching that video. They showed all the
fans was standing up. They was clapping. That's why I say we smart. We know we are hard on people. Like we are hard. We are hard. We expect a lot of our players, but also, dog, we will stand with you too. Like if you struggling,
that's true,
bro, we gonna stand with you. You're like,
that's
yo,
true.
We gonna stand with you. And
Philly ain't nobody speaks more French than a Philly sports fan. We coulda, we need, we shoulda, we gotta. I'm like, damn, you was out there, bro. Like it's always we. Yes, Philly stands with the fucking team. They definitely got a spot. Everybody's the fucking 6-man, third string, fucking relief.
we love our sports here. It's a beautiful culture too. I love it, man.
Me too. I'm actually excited. I saw my cousin, shout out to Ketaboo, talk about some. She gonna change her fucking thing from Ketaboo loves me some Rondo to Ketaboo loves me some Maxie. I was like,
right. My young blood, my young killer. That boy's a killer. Coming.
I'm like, damn, football just started practicing. Niggas jump right to basketball season.
It's always football season, but damn it, I'm always in basketball season too. So Sixers is, I think they got some stuff to work out, some work on. I hope some things happen, and I think I'm gonna leave it open. I think some things gonna happen in the midway through the season. The Sixers and they gonna make some moves.
You still trust the process?
No, that process. I think we need to have a new thing. I think we need to
come up with a new player, new slogan.
The process no more, but I don't know. We gotta come up with something new, but. I think we learn it, man. You learn from your mistakes. I don't think Joel personally is the type of person who gets beat up like that or loses a thing and then doesn't come back stronger. He always looks to get better and come back even better than he was before. Right. Like, that's just his nature. Some people like that, like me too. I'm like that. When I used to get killed in basketball, like say it's been a day that somebody like Shaq size killed me, but he had to be Shaq size. But I say I got killed. I got killed, bro. You gonna have to there. You gonna have to knock me out the next time we play because I'm gonna try the win by any means necessary.
Philly sports,
competitive. Competitiveness, man. I love it, man. I think it makes us all better.
So what do you think about the off-season moves?
I think we need more moves, but we tied up. The money's funny.
The money's super funny.
Yeah, and we got Tobias thing. We gonna got money to So he might take him as an inspiring contract or something like that at the midway through the season or something like that. Maybe somebody want to clear some space or something like that. But we kind of handicapped right now. We signed Beverly, for some toughness at the guard point. I think that's gonna help us in the locker room. So hopefully, we can get one or two players that can show us something that they didn't last year and can take us to at least the Eastern Conference.
I was about to say, do you see the Sixers going where they went?
No, I see them going to the second round this year. And I'm sorry to say it. I see them going to the second round and losing in the second round unless I see some moves done. I just don't believe they can get over the hump.
You see them even getting to the second round?
I see them getting to the second round. I just don't see them getting past the second round, the next round of playoff teams once you beat that first team. The second round is going to be It's gonna be a challenge. We might, depending on the team, like the draft. You might like last year we got a bad pick. I mean, we had got the Celtics, but we could have got the Knicks. If, so something like that. But you never know. Knicks is probably would have whooped our ass. Who knows? The way we've been playing lately. But yeah, new season, new opportunities. You gotta, even things happen. You gotta whitewash it.
Tickets.
Next
I don't know
play.
if I can afford them again this year.
I know. How about I love those seats.
Put our coins together.
I love those seats.
I know. I didn't even put the deposit down.
Yeah, sis hooked
and
me
now
up.
in hindsight, I'm like, shit.
You went all the good games.
I want my seats. I want my seats.
I was like, what? She's take me to the good games too. To the Bucks. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, see the Bucks. She gave up the Bucks tickets. I was like, sister taking us to the bowl. She love us. She love us.
Of course I
do. So good to be loved.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Philly sports. I'll be riding with the Phil. So I think I'm gonna take Mina to a game or two. I've been looking at some. My neighborhood, Northern Liberties, is doing a fundraiser, and they got Phillies tickets. So for some game, I think it's this weekend, and then in September. So I think I'm gonna try to do the September drawing.
They on a home game. They on like a long home stay. Yeah, so it's a good time to go now. And the weather, honestly, see the thing is about the game. I used to go to the games a lot, but it just be so hot sometimes. So hot. Yeah, man, like that sun, like. After 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it'd be cool, so a little better because the sun go away. But like them day games and those 6:30, 7:05 games, that sun be killing you for that first hour.
Well,
killing me.
So because sometimes I have ADHD issues and I be needing my medication, and you can't do that inside the stadium. What I do is I go to the game at like the 4th. You know why? Because ain't nobody at the parking booths. So now I done park for free. And I done seen most of the game. Right. And the 2 times I did that recently, they went extra innings. So it was like I stayed for a full game. Yeah, so, I mean, because sometimes games are just long. And as much as kids be like, they want to go, they also be like, can we go now?
It's faster now with the pitch count. They time the pitches now, so it's a lot quicker.
The pitch count is a lot quicker.
So you do got an idea when the game's going to be over. Before, baseball can go on for a day or two. Like I remember watching the game. They say it ain't going. It was like a 9-hour game.
Yes, I remember I was at a game one time and that shit wasn't over till like 1 a.m. It was like 15 innings. I was like,
"What? We got to play tomorrow."
And the only reason why I didn't leave was on some. The minute I leave,
if I'm going to have
the shit gonna happen.
I done been here for 8-9 hours already. I done worked the whole double in this.
Yeah, that was a game. Everybody in the row, we was like, "Fuck that." Fuck that.
Right.
Like we out here
right.
now.
That's right.
Yeah, it was the time. But
yeah.
All right, so next week. What's next week? I'm gonna be here next week. I feel like I don't think I have nothing to do.
What's going on next week?
Oh yeah,
dinner in Blanc this week. I don't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, I know. My mom told me she going with y'all. Dinner in Blanc.
Dinner in Blanc this week.
I have not gone. I will not be going. I will not be dressing all in white just to bring the table, the chairs, the food, the wine, the picnic basket, the napkins, and paying how much?
A lot, but I will.
And I gotta bring all that shit. Like, no,
not a lie. It ain't a lie.
It's like, didn't I tell you?
It's reasonable. I can't remember what it was.
I just bought Drake tickets, and as much as I would like to enjoy that community feeling, I honestly don't like dressing in white. I honestly don't like dressing in the same color as everybody. I don't want to be in a uniform. I barely like being in a uniform at work. I hate that the kids got to do it for school. I like to show individuality. So I don't want to have to be mandated to be somewhere to spend my money. And then I got to bring all the food.
It's a special vibe, though. I like bringing my food, too, because at this age, like, I'm picky as shit. Like, you can't cook. Like, I'm funny. Like, I only like my wife cooking. Like, it's I'm a funny, fickle person at this age. I got to bring my own stuff.
But no, I won't be going to dinner in Blanc. I'm actually, honestly, I'm scheduled to work 5 to 10. And if you work on the Piedmont Plantation and you can trade 5 to 10 this Saturday for any other day, let me know. Because I'm trying to go see 50 Cent on some real shit. Yeah. Like, I was kind of like lackadaisical about it. But then I realized it's the 20th anniversary of Get Rich and Die Trying. And every time I hear 50 songs, I be like, oh, shit. Side note. At the Blue Note Jazz Festival in Napa, Jeff did one of the after parties.
Oh, okay.
Nas spontaneously performed. He was the headliner that night. He performed at the after party. When I tell you, he played my 50 Cent songs that made me remember like how much I love 50. The other night, I'm working the door at First Fridays at Divine Lorraine at the Foundation. Shout out to Fly Girl, one of my really good friends. I'm sitting there. Rebel Foster dropped fucking he dropped all my 50 Cent shit. I was like sitting at the door like, yes, I let my watch talk for me. I was like, this is my shit. And that said to
what
me,
up, homie?
That said to me, it's 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes and Jeremiah.
And Busta is like one of the all-time best performers in life.
You know what I'm saying?
Give Busta the performance of the
and Jeremiah.
decade
So
award. And Jeremiah, good guy too. Like,
I'm gonna have to reach out to my bro P Funk and be like, somebody gave you 50 tickets, or you going? Because he don't like to go to shows no more either, for real. So he probably ain't gonna go, but I would buy a ticket. I just need to get rid of my shift at work first.
I know that's right.
Like, I'll put it up on the board. I've been trying to trade with people. I'm also trying to go to Houston later this month, so I just got rid of my Saturday. Trying to get rid of my Sunday. Yeah, because I got rid of my Monday.
So you the type person to get over jet lag, you get on another jet. That's kind of person you are. You know, I'm tired. I'm tired. I got no energy left. Let me get on another trip. Let me take another trip.
I truly and wholeheartedly believe in experience over things.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting any younger, and life ain't getting no fucking longer.
Especially if you got the opportunity, too.
Time and opportunity. I tell people that all the time. I am a timer opportunist. It's shit I might want to do, and I might see it often, and I'll be like, I'll get to it. Time and opportunity. Yeah. Definitely time and opportunity. So when I have the time, now I'm at the point where I just have to create the opportunity. And yeah, I'm going to create the opportunity. I'm trying to take the kids to Punta Cana for A-Son's 16th.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not 16th, it's 17th. Ahmad's 25th. My son going to be a quarter century.
Crazy, yo.
So I'm trying to take him to Punta Cana. Yeah, so I got to.
He's a little baby, like a little 2-year-old, 3-year-old baby.
God of mine. Turning 25. But yeah, so.
I be seeing a little. That's like
I will be here. I do
that with my kids too. Like I be seeing like a 3-year-old Jayla and a 3-year-old
Jason. I have of your daughter singing a Rick
Ross,
a
little
Rick
Nasir. I be seeing like a 4-year-old Nasir.
There's a video I have of my niece.
I know you're like, I'm 25. Leave me alone, old guy.
Yeah, no. There's a video I have of my niece. Like, she had to be like 5 singing a Rick Ross song, dancing in my driveway. That shit is on my YouTube, Irize 17, or might just be Irize. I don't know, Irize. There's videos of my son singing songs when I used to do car seat karaoke with him, and he used to be singing like Michael Jackson and all this shit. It's my niece when she was little dancing to Rick Ross, singing Rick Ross and singing fucking. She was singing. Oh, what album was that? You know, she knew every fucking word. And her,
Miami.
Her mother was like, "That's riding in the car with her dad." I was like, "Yo, why does my niece know Rick Ross like it's the fucking alphabet?"
She important to candy. She important to candy.
That was definitely. And her and Sheenie used to sing Lil Wayne "How to Love."
Yeah,
that's on there too. They used to have so much emotion. I used to be like, "Yo, are we hurting these kids? Are we helping these kids?" But anyway, I don't know. Yes, I will see y'all next week. I'm gonna have my nephews. Southside Sean, he gonna come up, tell me what project, tell me about his new music and stuff. And my nephew MB Keys, my nephew Keon, I have reached out to them before and told them I wanted them to come up, and I didn't call them for this week, so I'm definitely gonna make sure next week. So yeah,
tune in next week.
Yeah, I'll be here next week. I already took off on Monday from work. Like, why would they schedule me on Mondays? I told them I have a fucking pre-existing engagement. Anyway, thank you, Took. As always, I'll see y'all next week. We'll share some more drinks, share some more stories.